Hey guys, and welcome back. So an update to the Atemoyas again. So here this is December, early December, and as you can see, this is my see, this is the Gaffner. As you can see, it's looking pretty good, pretty healthy. What I just did recently was I just pretty much gave it a new some new fertilizers for the winter. I think this is going to be the last one because I think this is going to be the last push to get the fruits bigger. So here this is my African pride. As you can see, the fruits are not there yet for this variety here though. So this takes a little bit longer up until the new year, the Lunar New Year. So this month here is very important. So this is when it makes this, I think, the last push to get these guys big, and I think this year here is kind of slow in its progress, and I think the reason for that is because I prune it quite a bit on the second prune, so it's looking a little bit bare. So I'm thinking that it doesn't have enough leaves to support all the fruits here, because some of them actually aborted naturally on the tree. So but here's a beautiful one. So it is coming along. So these guys here, you can tell that this is still very young, but hopefully this here is gonna help its last push for the season. And the leaves aren't pretty this season is neither. It looks a lot of mold there. So hopefully next year I can figure out how to to take care of the mold better in my yard here. But here's another African pride. It's looking looking good, but the size is kind of small, so it's not even the size of my hand yet. And usually these guys here, they get pretty big like that. But looking at my Gaffner here, I think it's almost ready, to be honest. I've seen people on Facebook marketplace selling their Gaffners. So but mine is not there yet. Somewhere like this right here, it could be there within the month. This here, not so much. This one is very beautiful here, but the size is still on the smaller scale. Let's see, here's one here. This guy here could be ready in a few weeks here. So my tree is behind other people's tree, but I think it's doing just fine. For me, the purpose of these guys here are for Lunar New Year. That's when these guys become a little bit precious for gifts. Here's another one. This guy here is it's coming along, but it's not ready yet. Here I have some that are that are still tiny. I'm not sure if this guy is gonna get any bigger, but hopefully it does. Here's one. This one here. This one's looking good. Let me get to the other side here. So here, this guy looking decent, looking very decent. Here's one more hidden, kind of bigger. Look at that. A lot of mold this year, so hopefully next year I can do something about it. But this guy here, maybe a few more weeks or another month, and then that should be good to go. And then that should be so another 2 months before Lunar New Year. So this guy here, usually it tends to ripen a little bit before New Year. So so if you're growing for New Year, Lunar New Year, the African pride is a better choice. But here, this is my Lisa, my only Lisa this year, and just look at that, beautiful. It has a different color. It's kind of a salmon looking color versus this guy here. It's teal, and look at that. It's open up nicely. My only my only Lisa, and actually hopefully maybe a little bit more. But I will probably cut this branch here to graft somewhere else for the next season for Lisa as well, because I like the fruit. Look at that, beautiful. And here, this is the graft just this season here, this spring, and look at that. It's looking good. Look on the other side of the graft. Not too shabby, but that's a beautiful fruit here. So I think I might I might grow more Lisa versus the Gaffner. But so maybe I'll split this. This tree's gonna have a few, maybe 5 or 6 different varieties. It's very healthy. Just look at the leaves. So African pride. So note to self, next year, don't over prune it. And these guys here, these guys are really good. Beautiful shapes, but maybe behind this year. So hopefully it's gonna make it in 2 months, you know, get bigger. Hopefully that dose of fertilizer is gonna help. Let's go look at my other tree over here. So this is my Lindstrom. The Lindstrom is always behind compared to the other two, but it is coming along. Look at that. That's a beautiful one. Here's another beautiful one. So this guy here can get really big. This guy can probably get this big here. You know, since the tree is small and the leaves are still growing, I actually pruned it, I think 3 times already for this guy here, because it is by the sidewalk. You know, I'm walking over there as well, so I got to keep it in check. But not too happy with the fruit this year, because I did not have enough pollen, or not pollen, but buds to set, really. So something like this here, in previous years I would probably abort it, but I'm keeping it for fun. But something like this here, now that's beautiful. So this guys here can probably get about maybe 4 times as big as it is right now, and that's when it should be ready. Here's another example that I should abort, but I'm keeping it because I don't have a lot, you know, a lot of scales here, you know, in my yard, and that's what's causing the, you know, the mold everywhere. Kind of ugly, but next year I know that I can't kill the scales, so next year maybe I try to find a solution to spray on the leaves and clean the mold to make it more presentable. So Lindstrom, this is a Lindstrom, and if you've been following me on my Lindstrom, I have one red Gaffner. One red Gaffner. It hasn't, it got a little bit bigger since I last updated you guys about a month ago, but it's still there. It's hanging on. So this is the Graft right here. If you look here, you know, it is looking very, very flush already. Look at that. The heel process almost completed. So I think this guy should be just fine. If it gets any bigger and I see that this thing is taking too much, then I'll probably tie this up, but I think this guy's gonna be just fine this season here. So this was grafted the same time as the Lisa at the beginning of the season. Look at that, beautiful. So that's it for my Atemoyas. Still early December, you know, very early December, so not that the fruits are not that big yet. So hopefully these guys here will get a little bit bigger by, you know, the end of December, early January, and then harvest time, you know, comes, you know, mid-February, end of February, and then continue to harvest. So scales everywhere. Can't help it. Don't know how to contain it. Neem oil doesn't do anything. Look at that. Yuck. But maybe I'll try to find something next season. All right, guys, that's it for the Atemoyas. If you like the content, please give me a thumbs up, and if you would like to stay up to date with me, my trees and my fruits, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you and have a great day.